weather forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us, and happy Thanksgiving to you all. Throughout our day, we've been experiencing some overcast conditions, but we have stayed dry at least for the first half of the day. But as we've continued into the later hours of our night, low pressure has been developing, brought us some rounds of disturbances, but the good news is those have continued to track east, and now we're seeing an overall dry, but still a cloudy rest of our night. Temperatures right now still slightly above average, 35 degrees in the Champaign area, 36 in Mattoon, 35 in Decatur, also 35 further north we go in Watseka and Pontiac, and the warmer spots in places like Paris and Effingham at 37 degrees, with another very chilly day for your Black Friday with a very active weekend ahead. All details on that coming up as WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
At this time, the roof for the whole building has collapsed in.
Crews scrambled to control a fire that broke out at a local business. Why this was a familiar sight for some. Plus, it's still Thursday, but Black Friday shopping is here. How some customers busted out the door to get doorbuster deals. This business owner says he's most thankful for his customers, what he did to serve up that gratitude with an extra kick. We have breaking news tonight. An Urbana business caught fire and crews have been battling the blaze for a few hours. This is happening at Max Twin City Recycling on Lincoln Avenue. The fire started shortly after 6 o'clock, and that's where WCIA 3's Jamie Mays joins us now. So, Jamie, what is happening now?
Emily, the fire is completely contained. Firefighters have left the scene, and what's behind me is all that's left of the building. But about an hour ago, we could see crews out here shifting the metal around, trying to be sure that there weren't any smaller fires happening underneath. Now, when we got to the scene, we could see flames bursting from the top of the roof. Firefighters say they arrived sometime between 6 and 6:30. 6 departments, the sheriff's office, and EMS responded. The building that caught fire had plastics, cardboard, and recycling materials inside. After we got here, we heard 2 loud explosions. They're unsure what caused it. We spoke to the manager of the building. He said he had just sat down for Thanksgiving dinner when this fire started.
At this time, the roof for the whole building has collapsed in. We have a hi-ho that is here now, and it's going to be pulling the roof off so fire crews can get in and extinguish the fire. We're going to be here for quite a few more hours yet.
He says this isn't the first time they have had a fire happen here. There was one in 2013 that destroyed the facility. Then in 2016, there was a fire at the other Max facility on Kerr Avenue. The manager tells me that he still expects to be open tomorrow. The state fire marshal is investigating the cause of the fire, and the streets north of Wilbur and Lincoln are expected to reopen within the next few minutes. Live in Urbana, Jamie Mays, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Jamie, thank you so much for keeping us updated on that. Champaign County has seen a lot of gun violence this past week, but one village has a different approach toward fighting it. At the beginning of the year, Rantoul introduced a program geared towards stopping serious crime, and it's called Crime-Free Housing. Rantoul is the only town in central Illinois with this program. People living in rental properties have to sign an agreement saying they won't commit crime or they'll be sent packing. With the recent string of gun violence in the village, though, we asked if that initiative is working.
This year so far, I think we've had about a half dozen incidents where people violated the lease addendum, and I would think probably half of those have been for gun violence, unlawful use of weapon type offenses.
Now, about the recent string of shootings, Chief Brown told us the suspects involved are names they've seen before in connection to gun violence. In other words, he says it tends to be the same people or groups committing the violent crime. Today, eager shoppers didn't let being turkey tired stop them from rushing to strike holiday deals. Even though the official Black Friday is tomorrow, many stores open their doors this evening to customers hunting doorbusters. A lot of what we characterize as the Black Friday madness has moved online, but people we spoke with say they're sticking with the old-fashioned way of shopping.
Online, you never know if things are going to be broken. You never know if things are going to work the correct way, and it's so much easier if this doesn't work to just be able to walk in here and get an exchange than have to wait forever online.
Other people we spoke with came from all over the state to spend time and shop with family and friends in Champaign. Roads in Sangamon County were clear and easy to navigate today, but forecasters say that might not be the case for their trip back. Heavy rain and low temperatures can make for a dangerous drive. Wintry precipitation is possible with temperatures falling into the 30s every night and rain in the forecast every day this weekend. Experts say drivers should not be rushing on their way home.
Slow down, take your time. We could see Sunday evening, we could see a little bit of slush on the road. We're expecting temperatures to still be warm enough at the ground level that snowfall will not accumulate. However, once you add a little bit of snow into a wet pavement, we can get slushy conditions to develop.
And while yesterday was the busiest day for travel ahead of Thanksgiving, Sunday is predicted to be the busiest day for people returning home from holiday break. While many people are home with their families, others had to clock in today. So for those who are working, Good Shepherd Lutheran Church decided to send them off with a sack lunch. And since it's Thanksgiving, of course, that included a turkey sandwich. Dozens came to pick up a meal, and the people doing the packing were more than just members of the congregation.
The first year we did it, we just put sort of out a call to the community that we're going to do this. Every year I send out an email to the people who did it the year before, and every year it's sort of grown exponentially. We don't really do anything except set the date, which is Thanksgiving, and say, come join us.
The people who got a lunch say this easily brightened their day. While many are fortunate to enjoy a meal like that with their families, that is not an option for everyone on Thanksgiving. WCIA 3's Gabrielle Franklin explains how restaurants in Springfield stepped up to help feed others at no cost at all.
Lord, I just thank you today that we're able to come together as a family.
Nikki Alexander has a big family.
I have 8 children. Right. Yeah, and I grew up with my kids.
Many of her kids, their kids, and friends came back to eat Thanksgiving dinner with her. Normally, she would not be open on Thanksgiving. But instead of closing for the holiday, Alexander opened these doors to share a meal with people who need it the most.
I was just walking by and she said, hey, come by around 4 o'clock. I got a meal for you. I said, awesome. I will take you up on that.
Uncle M. Bolton says he's been homeless for 30 years. And while he's used to eating from soup kitchens, the meal from Nikki's Southern Style Kitchen was a treat.
I can't really complain. I'm getting Southern good food. I'm getting good hospitality, and the people's awesome.
Alexander has catered events for people all around the country. Her son, Rome Flynn, is a successful TV and film actor. She says the success her family has experienced makes it all the more important for her to lend a hand.
I'm not better than anybody, at all, period. So I just think, when you have a chance, an opportunity to do something for someone, most definitely. Don't do it for something in return. Do it because it's kindness of your heart, you know what I mean?
In Springfield, Gabrielle Franklin, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Nikki's Southern Style Kitchen on South Grand has been open a little less than 2 years in Springfield. She also opened her doors for the community to eat back in 2017 before its grand opening. Well, Thanksgiving can be hectic, especially when you're expecting new company.
Yeah, that's pretty extraordinary.
How one hospital gave new moms and newborn babies an extra layer of comfort. Plus, usually Thanksgiving comes with turkey, but for this business owner, it was all about a different bird.
WCIA 3 News is brought to you by Stouts Building Services.
The Arby's French dip sandwich is like dipping beef into more beef. 2 for $6? Listen up, carnivores. We are peaking. Arby's, we have the meat.
Dear Wallet, Toyota Black Friday is revving up. Packing the tech, packing the style, packing the safety, and packing the deals. The best part about Toyota Black Friday, you can get it all to go in one sleek package. Yours, Toyota. For a limited time, lease a sporty new 2019 Toyota RAV4 for just $199 a month. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Donald Trump failed as a businessman. He borrowed billions and left a trail of bankruptcy and broken promises. He hasn't changed. I started a tiny investment business and over 27 years grew it successfully to $36 billion. I'm Tom Steyer, and I approve this message. I'm running for president because unlike other candidates, I can go head-to-head with Donald Trump on the economy and expose him for what he is, a fraud and a failure.
Is that too heavy? Try it.
I got it.
Wow, this looks amazing. Can I help you make a few?
Sure.
You sure? Hi, I'm Derek. Nice to meet you. What's the ultimate dream for your business?
We have this hunger project that I give back to the kids to buy food.
How long have you had this dream?
10 years.
So you're 6 years old and you had the dream for 10 years. That's pretty good. That's someone that knows what they want to do in life.
Tapman's Car Star would like to thank everyone who voted our business #1 for collision repair in the News Gazette's People's Choice Award. Tapman is a trusted name in collision repair. Be assured we're working even harder to remain the team you trust. Thank you.
Celebrate the music and joy of the Christmas season with the Branson Christmas Music Show Special. Sunday at 9 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. on X49.
The most accurate forecast with weather alerts and interactive radar. The WCIA3 weather app. Always on. Download it today. The WCIA3 News app. Always on. Live streaming on 3 News Now. Breaking news and live video.
Many parts of central Illinois are under a winter weather.
The WCIA3 News app. Download it today. WCIA3 News is brought to you by Hurlburt Siding and Windows. Live from your local news leader, Emily Braun. Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with Amelia Henderson and Craig Choate on sports. You're watching WCIA3 News at 10.
Being in the hospital on a holiday is never fun, but a tradition at HSHS St. John's seeks to make the stay a little brighter for those welcoming children. All this week, the hospital has given out turkey onesies. In the past, they distributed other items like blankets and hats, but this year's gift is a unique onesie. New parents like Michaela and Samuel Hertz are really excited about.
Yeah, it's pretty extraordinary.
I thought it was sweet, like, because the nurse asked me, she's like, do you have a Thanksgiving outfit? I was like, no, I have Christmas ones, because I thought she was going to come on December 15th. She's like, hold on, I'll be right back, and she gave us one. I thought it was just the sweetest thing.
The couple said they were supposed to host Thanksgiving, but little Lillian Charlotte Hertz made her debut this week instead of her anticipated due date in December. For most people, Thanksgiving is usually all about the turkey, but for one Champaign restaurant owner, the best way to give thanks is by giving chicken wings. The Wing Stop on South Neal Street held its 4th annual Wingsgiving. The doors opened at 11 a.m. and people rushed in to get their hands on a to-go box full of free food. The owner says this is the perfect time of year to spread kindness.
I still find a way to, give back to the people that, are the reason we're here. Because without the community, we're nothing.
Contractor says he counted about 500 to-go boxes handed out in the first 30 minutes alone. Really cool, but it was also really chilly this Thanksgiving.
It was indeed. Good news is it did stay dry, at least for the first half of the day, and these temperatures are staying above average throughout our night, but we are experiencing another cool day for Black Friday. So those Black Friday shoppers, have those jackets ready and also those umbrellas handy. We're going to be seeing some active weather. All details on that right after this.
Congratulations to Sally Ma, University High School swimming standout, and WCIA3's Athlete of the Week. Nominate your favorite athlete of the week at WCIA.com. Sponsored by Loman Ray Insurance Group. WCIA3 News is sponsored by Market View Car Wash, Lube, and Detail.
I would recommend Beltone hearing aids to any of my family or friends. I have recommended them to a couple different people who ended up buying Beltone, and they were very satisfied with their Beltone hearing aids. One of the things I like about my new Beltone hearing aids is the fact that I can control them with my phone. I can adjust the volume between each individual ear or together, set settings for restaurants. The Bluetooth app on them works great. I can hear them in my tractor. I can hear them in my combine. Clarity is just very good.
keep these deals safe until Black Friday.
Freeze! Oh no, he's got the Black Friday deals! Ah!
Well, it looks like the Black Friday deals are going to start now.
More choices, more money. With Bayer Plus Rewards, you choose from our broad portfolio of high-performance products. Earn more money on the eligible products that are right for your farm. And use our new portal to see your purchases, track your rewards, and decide how you want to use them. Visit mybayerplus.com to sign in and start earning. That's the advantage of more control in your hands. That's the plus.
WCIA 3 News is brought to you by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Now, Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with Amelia Henderson.
Well, we started out our Turkey Day with some overcast skies, and low pressure has been developing and brought some more active weather as we continued into the second half of our day with some showers, freezing rain, even saw a hailstorm here in the Champaign region. Temperatures today were below average into the upper 30s, and we are continuing to stay a little bit above average, though, throughout our night, staying into the mid to upper 30s right now. 35 degrees in the Champaign area, also in Decatur, 36 in Mattoon, 37 in Effingham, also in Paris. Those seems to be the warm spots right now. As we continue into the next 12 hours here, these temperatures really won't be dipping down that much further. We're going to be hovering at about 35 degrees into the early start of tomorrow morning, and unfortunately won't be warming up that much for your Black Friday. So you're definitely going to be needing those jackets, and if you do have any outdoor plans going to Black Friday shop, I recommend doing it for the first half of the day before this active weather tracks on into the area. We're going to be seeing heavy downpours both on Friday and into the weekend. On Saturday is going to be a very active day, so you're going to be needing those umbrellas there. And then Sunday, as well as this cold front tracking on in, dipping these temperatures down into the 40s, going to be bringing us a little bit of a wintry mix of both rain and snow. And Sunday is a very big travel day for those of you coming home from Thanksgiving festivities. So I recommend taking a little bit slow on those roads because it could be a little bit slushy out there. Now, temperatures overall, we're going to be a little bit above average as we start out the weekend, and then this cold front tracks back on in and drops us back below average, rounding out the weekend and into next work week. Breaking things down a little bit further here. So Friday, like I said, for those Black Friday shoppers, I recommend going during the first half of the day while things are still dry. You can see around 5:30, we're still dry throughout our region, but then becoming very widespread with all of this green tracking on in from the southwest. And this dark green here are these heavy downpours we're going to be experiencing into the pre-dawn hours of our Saturday, lightening up slightly, but it's still going to be very active both on Saturday and on Sunday. Quick look at your 7-day forecast here. Friday, like I said, for those Black Friday shoppers, an active day, but mostly into the evening hours. So the first half is looking to be dry overall, and then a little bit of a warm up for your Saturday. 57 degrees on Saturday, very warm, but you may not be able to enjoy it that much because of how much rain we are expecting to see. So like I said, for those who are planning on traveling on Sunday, I recommend going a little bit slower, and there are going to be some areas of pooling on those roads, so watch out for hydroplaning both on Saturday and Sunday because, like I said, lots of rain is in our future, but going to be continuing to track east out of the area, and then this next work week, much drier but still cool conditions. 37 degrees on Monday, 42 on Tuesday, 40 degrees on Wednesday, and 47 next Thursday. So just have to get through this next few days with that precipitation, cooler conditions, like I said, on Friday, a little bit of a warm-up for your Saturday, and then back below average, rounding out the weekend and into next work week.
And it looks like we'll have to watch out for Sunday a little bit since that could mix, right?
Absolutely. A little bit of a wintry mix is what we're expecting with that Arctic blast coming on in, so watch out. It's not going to be too much of an accumulation, but there could be some slush on those roads.
All right, Amelia, thanks so much. We'll be right back after the break.
Fires during the winter are very common as people try to heat their homes. If you have a fireplace, before you start your first fire, make sure that your chimney and your fireplace are ready to go. Hiring a chimney sweep to do regular maintenance is recommended. Also, if you use a space heater, never leave it running unattended or while you're asleep.
This WCIA3 winter weather tip is sponsored by Edelman Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Shields and Rantoul has moved. To celebrate, Black Friday deals came early. Just announced, take up to 20% off MSRP on select Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs. Why are you waiting? The deals are too big to miss, plus a warranty forever. The Ford Black Friday event at Shields and Rantoul.
Donald Trump failed as a businessman. He borrowed billions and left a trail of bankruptcy and broken promises. He hasn't changed. I started a tiny investment business and over 27 years grew it successfully to $36 billion. I'm Tom Steyer, and I approve this message. I'm running for president because unlike other candidates, I can go head-to-head with Donald Trump on the economy and expose him for what he is, a fraud and a failure.
The Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress is happening now. So take advantage of the season's best financing with 7 years no interest. And find huge savings on Tempur-Pedic and Sealy mattress sets. But don't wait. The Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress ends Monday.
No matter what you do, you're always raising the bar. Delaro fungicide for corn and soybeans can help you get the edge you're looking for. Delaro has a broader spectrum of disease control and best-in-class dual-motive action residual. Plus, it improves plant health, so your top-performing hybrids and varieties will have the protection they need to help you achieve your personal best yields. Delaro fungicide from Bayer. Keep raising the bar.
Save time and money at Napleton's Auto Park of Urbana. With 7 manufacturers in one location, why go anywhere else? Plus, we have a huge selection of used cars to fit every budget. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it at Napleton's Auto Park of Urbana. With over 600 vehicles in stock, we have you covered. And we have financing options for everyone, regardless of your situation. Visit us or shop online at napletonsautopark.com.
Napleton, second to none since 1931.
Check out the new Shields and Rantoul. To celebrate, Shields is offering special employee pricing for all on most vehicles. Cash back on select Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. And special financing plus a warranty forever. New dealership big deals at Shields and Rantoul.
The news continues here on WCIA3, your local news leader.
Before WCIA's Day of Giving on Tuesday, we are introducing you to crisis nursery locations across central Illinois. These shelters fight abuse and neglect by providing children with 24-hour emergency care. CI Living storyteller Erin Valley visited Crisis Nursery of Effingham County, where staff told her they couldn't do it without the help of HSHS St. Anthony's Memorial Hospital.
Well, I think it's a best of both worlds for both of us. It helps us to be out in the community and doing what our mission calls us to do, to take care of the health and wellness of our community, even outside of the 4 walls of our hospital. I'm Teresa Rutherford, and I serve as the president and CEO here at St. Anthony's in Effingham. You've heard the idea that no man is an island, or that it takes a village. Crisis Nursery and Megan and her team have brought to us something that is helping us meet and fulfill that.
We provide, if you think of what a grandparent or an aunt or an uncle would do for a family, we fill that role for a lot of families, and it's a lot of prevention work. So while we do see families in major medical emergencies or psychiatric emergencies, we also are doing a lot of prevention work in helping families break that cycle. It's amazing what even a low or a small level of support can do to help a family, even if they need to go get groceries and need a break. My name is Megan Ruers. I'm the Executive Director for Crisis Nursery of Effingham County. Our relationship with HSHS St. Anthony's Memorial Hospital has been incredible. From resources and support to actual, financial contributions to support our program, the hospital has just wrapped their arms around us and really helped to make what we thought was impossible possible for our community.
I love the concept of it being an island of safety because it is just that. It sits within our community, among the trees and in a neighborhood, and it allows our children to be well cared for.
All right, tomorrow is a big day for high school football fans.
Yeah, this weekend's a big one for the football schedule. We got high school football state championships Friday and Saturday, plus the Illini on Saturday. So we're going to preview both of them coming up next.
Sports on WCIA 3 is brought to you by P&P Heating and Cooling.
A Black Friday deal from Sloan Implement you're going to love. No tax on steel products and no tax on in-stock John Deere toys. Doors open Black Friday at 7 a.m. sharp. Get your Sloan Black Friday deal and...
Did you know that the wrong fitting bra can cause shoulder and back pain? At Confidentially Yours, you get a custom fitting. No more guessing size or style by shopping online. Experience the life-changing comfort a correct fitting bra can do for you at Confidentially Yours.
Don't miss Menards' huge Black Friday sale. Doors open at 6 a.m. Hurry in for best selection. This Crescent 170-piece professional tool set is just $59.99 after rebate. Choose from a Masterforce 6-piece cutting pliers set or 5-piece grouped slip joint plier set, $11.99 each. Save 75% on a Miracle Leg Pillow. Only $4.99 each. Dove bath sets are just $7.47 each during Menards' huge 6-hour Black Friday sale. Hurry, sale ends noon Friday.
Save big money at Menards.
Join WCIA 3 in the Day of Giving to benefit the Crisis Nursery. Your donation will help children and help support their families. Stop by the WCIA 3 backlot Tuesday, December 3rd from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. to donate to this worthy cause. You're watching WCIA 3, your local news leader. From the official television station of Illini Sports, this is WCIA 3 Sports and your Illini Nation.
Since the Land of Lincoln Trophy was adopted in 2009, Illinois has only claimed the hat 3 times in 10 tries. That hat is back up for grabs this weekend here in Champaign when the Illini host Northwestern for Senior Day. Northwestern has dominated the rivalry as of late, winning 6 of the last 7 games over the Illini. Illinois' last win was 2014 in Evanston. And this is the game everyone has circled on the schedule.
There's a rival you have everywhere. Big Sandy High School is where I went to school. Hawkins, right away. You know what your rival is. Every step along the way, you know who your rival is and what's at stake. Contempt, dislike, whatever words you want to use, you need to beat your rival. It's as simple as that.
I don't know when the last time we beat Northwestern. I know I ain't never beat Northwestern. So, just everything that built up to this season, this last game is I wouldn't want to go out no other way.
It's an 11 a.m. kickoff on Saturday morning from Memorial Stadium. Illinois 6-5, looking for their first 7-win regular season since that 2007 Rose Bowl season. Saturday's game will be on FS1. It all comes down to this for the Central A&M Raiders. They play for the state championship in less than 12 hours. It's their first state finals appearance in football since 2001 when current head coach Brent Weekly was wearing the pads. The Raiders have scored 597 points this season and really only been challenged once. Week 5, a 2-point win over St. Teresa. They knew people expected a lot from them this season, but they still needed to go out and prove them right.
I think a lot of people had expectations for us. I don't know if they necessarily thought we'd make it to DeKalb, but, there were expectations for us to be pretty successful. What made us successful, I think we had really good senior leadership, for one. Like I said, they get along really well, and, hey, they're talented. It's not all coaching, let me tell you that.
Central A&M plays Leno Winslow tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Now it's time to unveil our Athlete of the Week. Congrats to Rochester running back Jacob DeRocher. The junior rushed for 75 yards and 3 touchdowns to go along with 4 receptions for 152 yards and another score as the Rockets beat Mascoutah in the Class 5A semifinals. Rochester has won 7 state titles, but all of those were in 4A. This is their first ever year in 5A.
It's a little nerve-wracking. I really don't want to mess it up to these senior boys and just don't want to lose for them. So I go out and give it my all and play 100%.
I knew physically we could handle it, but you know, you go through the grinds. It's hard to win four straight in any class, and but to get, you know, win four and make the state championship has been huge for these kids. And so I knew this group could do it, but I knew it was going to be tough. But man, we're one win away. So.
The Rockets play Chicago St. Rita at 10 a.m. Saturday morning in DeKalb. And if you want to watch that game, you can on WCIX. We are airing all 8 state championship games Friday and Saturday. Central A&M starts it off tomorrow at 10 a.m. Williamsville is at 4 p.m. on Friday. Then Rochester Saturday at 10 a.m. All 8 games on WCIX 49 this weekend. And what's Thanksgiving without some NFL? Bears traveling to Detroit to take on the Lions. First quarter, Mitchell Trubisky finds Allen Robinson down the middle. It was 7-0 Bears. Lions come back to take a 20-17 lead. Fourth quarter, Trubisky finds David Montgomery, 24-20. Bears lead it, and they go on to win it by that score, 24-20. Good win for them. Big day tomorrow. Central A&M, Williamsville, Rochester. A lot on the line for those 3 schools.
And like you said, it all continues on Saturday as well with the Illini, and a lot of fans looking to that game.
Yep, for sure. Can get 7 wins. Northwestern, they always like to beat them.
Oh, yeah. We'll have a final check of your forecast after this.
People are winning with the Viewers Club. Sign up today at viewersclub.net.
How do I use better than bouillon? I just add a spoonful to my marinades. To stir fries?
Sauces?
Just whisk it in. Brush it on?
Saute.
It adds a cooked all day taste. That doesn't take all day.
Better than bouillon. Don't just make it better.
It's dinner time in America, and the breadwinner arrives home from a long day at work. Now the family can sit down at the table, where everyone knows to be mindful of their manners.
Dinner time has changed. Our quality hasn't. Reynolds Wrap. Foil made in the USA since 1947.
At Papa Murphy's, put your sweatpants on, turn your oven on, and get your garlic on. Because right now you can get a large chicken garlic pizza for just $10. Your night is on. We make it, you bake it. Papa Murphy's.
Spirit Glass Memorials, a beautiful way to celebrate a lost loved one. Artistry and imagination merge, creating a one-of-a-kind memorial, fusing creativity and spirit into a lovingly designed work of art. Eternal love memorialized. Spirit Glass Memorials from Prairie Fire Glass.
It's Chevy season at Bill Abbott in Monticello. Want a bigger, stronger, lighter than ever before? All new Silverado? It's easy with 19% off MSRP. Get ready for your next adventure with the fun-to-drive Equinox LT all-wheel drive with big savings of 20% off MSRP. Step into a Buick for thousands less with 25% off MSRP on the new 2019 Encore. Your new Chevy or Buick awaits. Make it a habit to buy from Bill Abbott.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet has great prices every day. So on Black Friday, you know the savings will be amazing with deals up to 50% off or more in every department. Like this Tefal Pro Grade cookware set, half off, just $64.99. Half off Milwaukee Impact sets, weighted blankets, $29.99. These Carhartt jeans, just $39.99. Dog beds, $8.99. And laundry detergent, just $4.99. Get massive Black Friday savings at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Doors open at 6 a.m. Friday. Don't miss it.
On the next Day of Living, we'll let you in on all the local secrets. Good music, good food, good people.
Games, cute animals, we've got it all, I promise. Check it out at 4.
Fires and natural disasters have devastated our national forests. That's why we're replanting millions of new trees coast to coast. Visit arborday.org. See how you can help.
All right, throughout the rest of our Thanksgiving, conditions are staying dry overall, and temperatures are slightly above average, but really won't be warming up that much for your Black Friday. And for those of you Black Friday shoppers, I recommend taking advantage of the day during the first half of the day if you are planning on shopping, because active weather is going to be tracking on into the area for the second half and continued into the weekend.
All right, Amelia, thanks so much. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your families. Have a good night.